Hey, welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. So Shenmue 3 showed a brand new trailer during the E3 on a PC conference, and I was excited about it. I've been a big fan of Shenmue ever since the Dreamcast days. I had the original Dreamcast, and I also had Shenmue as well, although I don't know where my copy is. Plus, I even bought the Shenmue 1 and 2 remastered on PlayStation 4, even though I do not have a PlayStation 4. So I've been a long-time fan of Shenmue, and I even backed the project as well, and I did a video about that a while back. But this announcement, at least on the PC end, has really caused a huge uproar, especially for people who have supported it. I did support it as well. And the big news is that the PC version will only be available on the Epic Store. And this wasn't something that was originally planned, as far as I know, when it was first announced during the Kickstarter back in 2015. You had the option for PlayStation 4, and then the PC was Steam, and now Steam is not an option. And so this is a big thing, mainly for a few reasons. The first reason is the fact that this was something that was going to be available initially on Steam, and now it's not. That's the first thing. So everybody thought it was going to be available on Steam. And the second thing is the Epic Store. I am not a really serious PC gamer at all. I'm more of a casual gamer. But the majority of people play their PC games, at least for digital media, through the Steam Store. And the Epic Store has made a lot of very aggressive moves into the whole PC gaming space, specifically by making games exclusive to their store by giving a lot of incentives to developers and publishers. That's the second thing, which is a big thing. And then the final thing to coincide with that is that for all the backers or people who've paid for the game, expect it to be on Steam, at least as of right now, they cannot get a refund. So that is very bad for the Shenmue brand and the community as a whole. And I myself, I don't blame specifically EaseNet, Yu Suzuki. You have to understand, I got to think like a lot of people really do admire and respect what they're trying to do by bringing a game back that for so many years, decades actually, that nobody ever thought was going to come back. And so I myself, I don't blame EaseNet, Yu Suzuki, or his team directly. But the publisher, Deep Silver, I think they could have made a better business decision by doing it this way. And once again, this is still something that could change in the future. At least as of right now, there's no refunds. And I don't know how long this exclusivity is going to be. But it really doesn't put a good light on the actual game, the publisher, Deep Silver. And it definitely doesn't add any more goodwill to this whole Epic Store. Now, obviously, we can only see it from the very front end, okay? We do not run the businesses behind the scene. And so I think anybody who runs a business or does stuff entrepreneurial, they understand that there is a lot of things that take place behind the scenes, and it is not easy to actually run this business or put out a product or service. I completely understand that. But I'm just thinking, like, even from a business point of view, you are going to be hurting your brand. For the Shenmue fan base, which they're a very niche fan base, and they are very serious about this game, passionate about this game, this is not going to be good in terms of really keeping them long-term customers, especially, spreading the good word of Shenmue as they have been for many, many years. And so hopefully that doesn't happen, but I kind of think it already has started, okay? At first, it was actually been delayed so many times, and that's not uncommon, especially since this is a Kickstarter-funded game, and obviously Deep Silver took over in terms of publishing, so obviously they did get more money and not just the Kickstarter money. But, the delays was one thing, and now the game, instead of being released in August, it's now November when there's a lot of other competition, and now this. And so hopefully there isn't any more bad news. For me, I still love Shenmue. I'm still going to play this. Obviously, already backed it. I'm still going to buy the physical copy. That's because I love Shenmue, Yu Suzuki, and what he's done for many years, from Sega and whatever he's done. I highly respect him and the team and everybody involved. So I don't put any fault on him at all. But this move's not good. Now, in terms of my thoughts on digital media, and this is one thing that I did talk about a long time ago on another episode, where you don't own anything. especially on the internet. That's really what I'm talking about. When people buy stuff on digital media, you do not own it. Obviously, things like Steam, Epic Store, any of these online services, PlayStation, Microsoft, anything that's only available online, which is now becoming the norm, you don't own it. So what happens if the service actually goes out? Or in cases like Amazon or the Microsoft Store or PlayStation, any of them, what if they decide to lock you out? And this has happened many times before. You do not have access to things that you paid for. And unfortunately, this is more like a rant because honestly, there's nothing you can do about that. Because the whole idea of having physical media is really becoming a thing of the past. And, you know, I said this on a previous video, but the only way that you could ensure that you could still play these things, unfortunately, you're just going to have to try to collect and store as many of these physical relics as you can, because at some point, there's really no other way you're going to be able to experience it. So those are my thoughts, rants on everything. Shenmue 3, the Epic Store, digital media, ownership. And that's it. Those are my thoughts. If you had any thoughts on anything that I talked about today, be sure to leave that in the comments area below. And if you did want to see my older Shenmue videos that I did, I'll also leave that in the description area as well. So as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to share, like, and subscribe. Hey geeks, if you are a creative geek like me and you wanted to learn how to create content on YouTube and other places on the internet, then check out my Go Content Creators group, where you'll get access to 30 videos plus additional content for all the creative geeks out there. And the best part of it is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page, and sign up for my Go Content Creators group. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for checking out this episode. And as always, if you like these videos, be sure to click on the subscribe button. And for full written content, audio content, and additional geek stuff, head over to geekoutdoors.com, and I'll see you outdoors on the very next episode.